Because recently I went down a side of TikTok where it was like women of color coming forward and sharing that white women in corporate America were some of the worst people they have to deal with. And I fully support them because they truly are.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Robi Masaga. Today I want us to discuss about why majority of black women prefer working for a white man, working under a white man's leadership than working for a white woman. I've been seeing so many videos of them complaining about how hard it is working for white women. There are so many reasons, but before I even mention a few, let's watch this here. Then let me know on the comment section, how is it working for a white woman? Have you ever worked for one? And do you prefer working for a white man or a white woman? Let me know in the comment section. Remember to click that subscription button if you've not subscribed. And also remember to share and like as well. Yeah, let's watch.
This might come to a shock to you because it was to me, but as a black woman, my biggest ally in the corporate space has been white men. I know. I've been told my whole life that my biggest enemy as a black woman, as a young black woman, are white men, specifically older white men. But in my experience working with both white women and white men bosses, I found myself, my personal experience, to be safer professionally and personally at work with white men. And it was definitely a bitter pill to swallow. My first few jobs were women bosses, and I wanted to look up to them. I mean, I still look up to them, their professional success, their successes as women, but I just felt like entering those spaces, I was guilty until proven innocent. I felt like I was hired to do a job and then I was entrusted to do that job. I felt like there wasn't really a lot of direct feedback. I felt like I was always messing up secret rules that I wasn't aware of, but they were very clear to them. And I just felt like, just in general, like I was always messing up. And then I would start messing up because you're in this sort of like psychologically difficult place. Now I work with a 2 white men supervisor. One of them is an older white man. And I'm giving so much freedom and space to do my work that at first I was a little bit nervous. But now I'm realizing how much good work you can do when you are trusted at work, when you're not being psychologically attacked by things not relevant to work and sifting through that in order to do your job. And just in general, feeling much more championed and safe as a woman of color. And granted, it could also just be like I locked out with this organization, like I get that. But I've also heard stories of my friends who are women of color just having difficult experiences working with other women, specifically white women, where they just feel like it's not professionally or psychologically safe for them to work there. And so when I first started working with white men bosses, I was like, this is definitely gonna be a change, but I was definitely nervous because some stories I've heard in the past of egotistical bosses and all that stuff, I definitely didn't get that. And before this job, I also worked with another white man boss, and he just also made it very psychologically safe to work there. He was very empathetic and vulnerable, and I just was shocked because that's not what I was told, at least. And so if you're a black woman, a woman of color in the professional space, and you want to enter a team, but you're nervous because it's a white man boss and you don't know how that's going to work, you may be surprised.
We need to start preparing young women for the workplace drama that involves just a random old lady having one-sided beef with you.
Random old white women in corporate America being like the biggest bullies you've ever encountered, like so rude for no reason, is something that nobody on this planet prepared me for. And we need to talk about it because, like, why? For what? Why is a random 45-year-old woman named Linda beefing with me for no reason at all? And let me be clear, when I start a new job, I am a people pleaser. Like, I am overly nice. I want everyone to get along because I don't want to keep going through the whole repeated pattern of like, oh, we're like a big family, like toxic corporate work culture thing that keeps happening. And it's literally the reason like I do freelance work now. I don't want to deal with these weird dynamics in workplaces. Because recently I went down a side of TikTok where it was like women of color coming forward and sharing that white women in corporate America were some of the worst people they have to deal with. And I fully support them because they truly are. Obviously, their reasons for feeling that way are probably a lot different than mine, but they really are. And I genuinely don't know why. Because, like, is it good old-fashioned misogyny? Do they still genuinely, like, believe there isn't enough space in the corporate world for all women, so they have to turn it into, like, a weird competition constantly? I've worked in a number of them now, and there's always at least one woman in there somewhere that is just determined to make your life miserable.
Well, like I said, there are so many reasons why these white women behave the way they behave. And one of the reasons is they are racist. There is no way, if someone doesn't like your color, if that someone doesn't like doesn't prefer your community, there's no way you'd expect that person to even love you as an individual. Yeah, they just don't like black people. So whenever you work under them, obviously they are going to mistreat you. Yeah, they are going to bully you around just because they don't like your community. That is one biggest reason why they behave the way they behave. And this reminds me of white women's tears. We've seen how they've gotten so many people into trouble for things they didn't do. Another reason is these women are very competitive. They will hate on you just because of how you look, how you dress. You go there looking all fly. What do you expect? They will hate on you. Some of them will even accuse you for stealing from them just because you can afford things that they feel like black people cannot afford them. They're going to accuse you for things that you don't even know, yeah, just because you look better than them. And if at all you end up working for an elderly woman, it's even worse, because they will control you just because they feel like just because of the age. Yeah, they know they're older than you, so they feel like they know better than what you know. They are going to crowd your space just because they are older than you, so they will want to control your every move. They have no respect at all. Yeah, majority of them can't even respect the young just because of their age. They will assign you work, but they will follow you around just to make sure that you perform. And if at all you outperform them, yeah, they want you to perform, but they don't want you to outperform them. If you outperform them, it's another problem. Yeah, they just want to control to make your life miserable at work. And no matter how well you perform, they can never compliment you, and they can never even mention your name for projects or promotions. They won't. I saw a lady saying that the reason why she likes her boss is a man, is a white man. The reason why she likes her boss is because her boss has always been there for her. Her boss listens to, if she has a problem or she has any issue, whenever she approaches her boss, he listens. Yeah, there was a time her dad passed on. The boss did cover for her all her shifts, yeah, without even making noise, complaining, or coming up with petty issues, yeah, just to mess with her life. As a boss, how do you expect someone to perform, someone to be even creative at work, and when you're making their life miserable? How do you expect that person to be productive at work? That is why majority of male bosses, their businesses flourish just because they're not like women. Yeah, they don't mistreat their workers. And that is why their business will stand compared to a woman's business. Yeah, because women don't know how to separate, personal issues with work. They will bring their personal issues at work. Some of them will have insecurities just because they're going through issues at home. They will bring their issues. They will bring their insecurities from home, put it all on you, start mistreating you just because someone else, maybe their husband, is mistreating them back at home. Yeah, they will get all their anger on you for something you don't even know. But just because she wants to release all that energy somewhere, all that negative energy to someone, she comes to work and release it on you. And that is why majority of their businesses can't stand. Your employee will try to manage your crap for a while, but the moment she feels like it's enough, she's going to quit. She's going to quit because no one can stand some behaviors. Yeah, and you will keep employing different people just because of how you act, how you treat them. Some of them will even hate you for very petty reasons. Yeah, they will hate on you just because you have a better boyfriend than them. You have a good husband than them. They will hate on you for such reasons. Yeah, they will show favorism to male employees, and they still want you to perform. They still want you to be productive at work. And I feel like this behavior is in all women. Yeah, we just don't like each other. I don't know why we always act the way we act. You will find peace when you get employed by a man, but you'll never find peace being employed by a woman. Yeah, whether it's a black woman or a white woman, it's very hard for you to find peace. We are the mothers out here. I don't know why we can't favor fellow women the way we favor men. It's not bad to favor men, but why can't we just love fellow women the way we love men? Why can't we do that? Because a woman, a boss woman, will treat a male employee well than the way she's going to treat a fellow woman at work. Just why? Why can't we treat them equally? Why can't we just learn to overlook these petty issues? And we are the ones who are mothers out here. Men don't give birth. We are the one who go through this pain giving birth. Why can't we just love fellow women the same way? You will find two women hating each other at work, and when you ask around, you'll hear maybe they hate each other just because of a man, and you wonder, why are we so petty? There are things that don't even make sense. You just hate your fellow woman just because of a man. Well, men are very important in our life. I'm not saying that men are not important, but why do we have to hate each other over things that we can control? Just why? And that's why I'm saying the reason why you see that we don't, majority of when we start businesses, majority of them fail. It's because we don't know how to push each other. We don't know how to empower each other. That is why men are where they are, because they know how to hold each other's hand. They know how to support each other. Yeah, I know there are few of them that they hate on each other, but majority of them, they know how to pull each other up there. But for us, we always drag each other down there. We might want to point fingers to white women alone, but this is something that happens even with black women to black. This is one thing that happens to black woman to black woman, or black woman to white woman. You might find as a white woman, you might get employed by a black woman, and that black woman ends up making your life hard. Let's learn on how to pull each other up there. Yeah, let's strive to be better in the society. We are the ones that people look up to because we are mothers. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about this. Yeah, remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. Let's meet on the next episode.